Everybody, this is Grace, and pardon me, I've got the allergies. I went yesterday to the doctor. I made a video on this for my other channel, vlog. I haven't put it up yet. Don't know which one I will, but about my trip to the doctor, and I got tested for to see if I had the flu, and no, I don't have the flu. She said it's ragweed. Well, you know. If you're on another channel, you'll hear the story. It's not a good story. Yeah, how corrupt everything has become. Seriously corrupt. How everything has become. Even going to... Well, this is not anything new. I want to point that out. This is nothing new. It happens. It's happened before. But it's just worsening. That going to a doctor's office, and I'll make the Reader's Digest version of it. That because she renewed my prescriptions, she charged me 2 office visit fees. 2. Because she renewed my prescriptions. I have never known that to ever happen. I'm 55 years old. I worked in medical billing. Well, I worked in medical in many ways. But medical billing, and unless things have changed in the last 5-6 years, no. But it's normalized to them. It's nothing, okay? We're just going to charge you an extra office visit because you came in with more than one thing. Really? Oh. You know, if I were speaking to one of my sisters, she's a medical, I don't know what you call the exact term for it, but a medical billing auditor or something. She's been in that field for like close to 30 years, I guess. At least 25, I'd say. Yeah. But they're going to charge double because the doctor's going to renew, okay, renew, that's the point. They're not making a diagnosis, but just writing the prescription. And they didn't even write it, they sent it through a computer. But after all that, I'm going with the flow here. After all that, I did check the, what's it called? Their website, and dug deeper, because when you check it, you know, I always check to see reviews and stuff, and I saw what it was. Yeah. Okay, where was I? I had to kind of stop from it and try to smell, because I'm not used to driving and when there's so much traffic, and I smell something like just a bad motor kind of smell, and just since we just 2 days ago had to call AAA again, because this time Adam's battery in his SUV looked like it was on fire. It was smoking. It was literally smoking, and it burned. There was a sail burn on it, and his SUV is a 2016. So, yeah. And so the battery's not that old, but anyway, I wanted to make sure, because that day, first thing I smelled was it smelled like sewage, you know, and then it smelled like just something burning, because it was, you know. Yeah, but anyway, that was a squirrel moment. Yeah, that whole experience at that doctor's office, it was the second time I was there and had made an appointment. The first time I went in, you know, as an appointment. The next time I went there, I had to go back because they did my blood work, and they busted a vein or whatever. Didn't know it until like however long later. And it just kept getting worse and worse. And then there was a red streak coming from it. So I went and called them. And they said, no, come on, ask them, am I going to have to pay for it? I say things in a nicer way than I'm saying it here. But, yeah. And she said no. So I went in. The doctor looked at it. And that was it. You know, it wasn't an actual office visit. But then this last time, yeah, they were going to stick me. It was $300. Okay, I don't have health insurance. I live in Texas. Yeah, we could go down that road. You know, those of you who do have the Affordable Care Act and have, you know, what someone to call Obamacare, feel lucky. You don't know what it's like without it, do you? I do. Maybe some of you do know. But these people now have become rip-off artists. Many of them. I'm not saying everybody, not generalizing, not all these people who, you know, take patients without insurance. Some of these places, and this one that I'm talking about, they don't take insurance, and that's a beef, because they don't tell people that. Okay, they don't tell you anything. It's like they don't want to socialize. And that was my feeling yesterday, is right when I got in there, the first time, it was kind of a little bit confusing because they want you to set up on the computer and all this kind of stuff. But they don't want to socialize with their patients, just like, you think I'm going to speak to anybody? Oh, heck no. And it's not just me. It wasn't just me, so it wasn't anything personal. I mean, it was personal, but yeah, you see what I'm saying. Don't socialize. So they're not telling people, we don't take health insurance. So anyway, I was talking about the reviews. I found the reviews, and somebody wrote that in the review. Okay, that they don't tell you that they don't take insurance, so you get screwed there. Well, you get screwed whether you do or not. $300 for an office visit. Well, they did run some tests. Okay, but the tests weren't it. Like they told me at the end, they charged me double because they renewed my prescriptions. Apparently, that's a whole separate visit that you have to come in. It's become so normalized that they don't realize that, no, or maybe they do. They probably do, okay? But it's so normalized, that's normal, and it's not. It is not normal to tell your patients you have to come back in on a separate visit and pay a full price just to renew your prescriptions. Renew. Not, they don't have to diagnose, they just renew. Okay, really. I had Adam called and cut off that video, that clip I was making, and then I went through a school zone. So, anyway. But I didn't start this video out to be about this vent. People talking about venting about this. But might as well go with the flow. And, yeah, because I personally, have always been, since I was at least 10 years old, using some form of, to cope, some coping mechanism in me was, when I was 10, it was more like writing. I had, I was 10, a little girl. I had a cousin that would write to me. She didn't live anywhere near. And then there was a young girl at school, not at school, but at church. We had a church meeting from all around, convention kind of thing or something. And she was my age, 10 years old. We wrote to one another. But yeah, writing was mine, which someone just called journaling. And the same thing for actual online is journaling. And videos, to me, is journaling. To deal with the crazy crap. And I started doing vlogs on my original channel. Never been good at vlogging, because what it seems like is always me venting, because I've mentioned I live in Narcissism-ville. It's an actual area. Well, they actually call it this one suburb, the one I'm in right now. But it's not. It's an area of this one and another one, at least two. It seems like it's spreading sprawl, But yeah, it's got a reputation in Texas. Texas is a huge place, but it's got the reputation of people with high sense of entitlement and all that, elitism, so forth. You got it. Yes, indeed. And of course, it's not everybody. Of course, no. But yeah, it's pretty common here that people are going to a store, going anywhere. I would say. Usually I could say just like, or some people could say, well, 9 times out of 10 or 2 times out of 10, I go to this place, whatever it is where they live. To me, it's like 10 times out of 10. It's going to be that I go to some store or some place, some business, and there's going to be an issue. Not that I created it, and it's not always involved me. I might be just the witness to it. That somebody's going to be snarky or snarly or narcissistic or whatever. Right there. Like I said, it's not always going to be toward me. It's not always going to involve me, except as a witness. But it's just common. And it's, like you say, people, you can hear people, but you hear people say things to just let it roll off your back and just, let it go and like that. But it's a constant, just let it go and roll off your back, to where it feels like it's, that's all you do is have to see things and then let it go. See things and let it go. And what is it doing to you that, what you're seeing is that there's no solution ever to anything, to how this is going to be resolved. that people are going to stop being so narcissistic, so it's all about them. And I think the thing is to start teaching it, but not so much, it needs all of them. People to teach what it is, but people to teach how to help resolve it. There's no one solution. One size doesn't fit all, and some people might be wrong, dead wrong, and you can't tell somebody, go out there and, tell off the narcissistic person in your life, because these people can be dangerous. Anybody can be dangerous. It could be some innocent person just goes, snaps, goes postal, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so, okay. But anyway, I think I've said this before. In fact, I have. But I don't really see much of it. It's that people giving out their speculations, or kind of thing. What they think might happen, and mention, I don't know. I don't know 100% if this is true. I could be wrong. I have not heard lately anybody say, I could be wrong, in their view. And they can be wrong. A lot of them are like one size fits all. It's all or nothing thinking. And it's their way is right. Really? Seriously? You're the only person on the planet knows that? And I got to talk about that, about you're the only person who knows it, because this doctor's office, the reason that one appointment that I had, and I had canceled to actually do that, because later on this came up, but I had canceled this appointment to this doctor's before anything came up that I needed to see the doctor for. So, anyway. But that doctor's office, the reason I had originally canceled the appointment was because I didn't want to see the male doctor that was there. It was my first time to go there, and I only saw him. Because he was so arrogant that he wrote a book. He only knows how people should eat. He wrote a book that was it's supposed to be about diets, but it wasn't. It was just him chastising his patients before, his potential or new patients, that they were basically glutton idiots. And then only he knew how they should all eat. No way. So I wanted to see the other one in that practice. It was a woman. And see what was her philosophy. Well, I'm going back to a different doctor. Yeah. But anyway, that whole arrogance of that one person, and that one person only knows how everything works and how everything should be. And anybody else is a fool. Yeah. No, you don't know. Okay. Anyway. But I was thinking about this again this morning, seriously. That, more needs to be said about what is good and what is decent. Seriously. What to look for in somebody that is good and decent. That guy got really close to me. I think he must be working at this place. But he looked over at me like, hey, I'm sitting here in the parking lot, and I'm in my right lane. He's looking at me. Maybe he's the guy that works here. Yeah, I hope so. Anyway, but what is good and decent? What it is, what to look for. Not what is narcissistic and what to not look for. To look for that shows that they're narcissistic. What is good and decent? What to look for? Don't always take everything from, it's a narcissist. Not everybody who has those bad behaviors is a narcissist. Or not all of their behaviors is narcissistic. Anyway, we use that though. That guy was not working there. So that's weird. Yeah. These days, it's narcissistic seems to be a substitution word for abusive. But you can also hear narcissistic abusive, yeah. But they're opening up that thing, so maybe they were waiting on me. Anyway, maybe I should strike what I said, but because I didn't want to sound preachy. Like, everybody should follow my lead or something like that. Any of that. But yeah, I guess I just don't hear enough from myself. I look in the mirror about what is good. Not everybody knows what is good. Do you recognize it when you see it? But I think that's what I am. I am really, over the past year, I guess, starting to really try to focus when I do see something. Yet at the same time, I got fooled, a year and a half, 2 years ago? Well, since I've been making videos by a nurse practitioner. Yeah, she was real nice to me until I think it was the third or fourth visit, maybe third, I don't know. And she had somebody else in the room that was attending. It was a intern, extern. They might call them, I don't know what they call them now, but an intern to become a nurse practitioner. And she went to the, university I graduated. And we had a little something in common. And that nurse practitioner, not the intern, she apparently didn't like that. The focus was not on her. So she just started saying stuff that was really, really bad about me and that young, intern. She was kind of nervous, a little nervous laughter, and like, what is she teaching her? What is she teaching her? It's okay to stigmatize your patients, and yeah. But anyway, so anyway, well, what is good? What good goes on? What do you see? And I know that there's this love bombing kind of phase that it can be in just going to a doctor's office. They put up, we know this. It's nothing new to me. I don't need somebody to preach to me either, So, but they do. I'm 55. This is my field. It's not like I'm new to this. But yeah. Anyway, it's distracted since I'm waiting here. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. If you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click on rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, and share if you would. And I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.